Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Beauty and Jesus. My name is Bree. We are a faith-based beauty channel where we discuss all things Jesus, beauty, etc. If you're new here, welcome. If you've seen my last video, welcome back. Let's get into it. Today we're going to be discussing John 15:17 and 16:33. This is about Jesus's commands. I reopened my cartilage piercing not too long ago. Today, actually, like 10-15 minutes before I start this video. We are going to be discussing Jesus's commands and peace. So without further ado, let's get into this. John 15:17 is Jesus's command for us to love one another. But what does that mean for us? Jesus' command to love one another isn't just a suggestion. It's a directive that defines our relationship with Him and one another. It's also about embodying the selfless and sacrificial love that He demonstrated throughout His ministry and His life. Let's just look at the early Christian community in Acts 2. And you can look at Acts 2 verses 42 through 47. They devoted themselves to fellowship. They broke bread with one another, and they literally shared everything that they had. This love was literally so profound that it literally brought others to faith. They lived out Jesus' commands in a practical and tangible ways, which also sets an example for us today. Now, do we live like that? No, because I feel like you don't know who you can trust, but I guess that's where your discernment comes into place, right? So here are a few examples on how we can emulate this love in our lives today. You can start with a simple act of kindness. You can help a neighbor. You can, that was a lot. You can forgive a friend. You know, we all make mistakes, so why not start forgiving people? Or you can volunteer within your community. It also means loving others sacrificially, like Jesus. You have to put others' needs before your own. By putting others' needs before our own, we make Jesus' love more visible and tangible to those around us. Moving on to John 16:33, this is where Jesus tells us that through Him we may have peace. It's a verse on reassurance that throughout our difficult times in life, through Him we will have peace. But He assures us that because He had overcame the world, we too can overcome the world in Him. Jesus acknowledges that we will face troubles in this world, but we will have peace through Him. You will have troubles in this world, but through Jesus, you will have peace. I have to say that again because I feel like a lot of people don't understand that. You will have troubles. You will have troubles. A lot of people question, well, why does this happen? Why does this happen? He didn't say it wasn't going to happen. You will have troubles, but through Him, you will have peace. This peace is not the absence of conflict, but a profound inner tranquility that comes from trusting His victory over the world's challenges and evils. Do you trust Him or do you don't? So let's consider when Jesus calmed the storm. That's in Mark 4:35 through 41. The disciples were terrified that their boat was battered by waves, but Jesus just spoke and the storm stopped. His power over the chaos of the sea symbolizes His power to bring peace over the turbulent moments in our lives. Just imagine everything that you're going through. If you just bring it to Jesus, it will get better. The thing is, and this is what I've come to realize, especially in my own life over time, we put time stipulations on these things where we can say a prayer and we expect Him to respond right then and there. And while sometimes He may, that's not always the case. Oftentimes what we're praying for in those time periods, we're supposed to be learning things through these periods. But we want to zoom past the learning part. We don't want to do the learning part. We want Him to get us out of this right now. And during those times, he's saying, hold on, my child. You will be set free from this period. It's that easy. Just hold on. He wants you to just hold on. Take a minute. Take a minute. Enjoy what is happening around you right now. It might not be the most ideal situation, but you're there for a reason. So enjoy where you are. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the troubles. Find the beauty in it. You will have peace. Jesus will bring you peace. You will be set free from that period, but in his timing, not your own. And oftentimes, when we put these time stipulations on it, we miss out on our growth period. We miss out on the blessing that was called to us because we take matters into our own hands. That's when you start leaning on your own understanding, and then you're wondering, well, why did this happen instead of this? God's not listening to me. That's not the case. You lost your faith. I know. You lost your faith. Despite the storms that we face, we can and we will find peace in Jesus. Lastly, I want to talk about how we can live out these teachings. Integrating these teachings means actively choosing to love others and finding peace in Jesus, no matter what. No matter the circumstance, it's about making these principles a natural part of who we are and how we live. One practical step is building a culture of love. You can do this in your home, in your community. This can involve organizing neighborhood events, or even supporting a community service project. You could also just be a consistent source of kindness to someone. Like the early Christians, we can create an environment where love is the foundation. That can start at home, that can start at church, it can start at your child's daycare, it can start at a community center. But the only way that's going to happen is if it's someone like you who firmly believes that love is the foundation of life. You have to be that bridge. You have to be the reason that people know that God is good. It is okay to be the bridge. And although it might be scary, and trust me, it's going to be scary, just know that 2 Timothy 1:7, God did not instill the power of fear in you. He did not instill the spirit of fear within you, but of power, love, and of a sound mind. You have the power to do all the things Christ-like. He already has proven that through his disciples. We have to just believe, like how he told them when he calmed the storm. Do you lack faith? Don't lack your faith. Don't lack your faith. Continue to believe and continue to spread his love and live like him, as we all should. So as we close, I want us to remember that these teachings are a journey. By choosing to love others and seeking peace in Jesus, we reflect his beauty in our lives. And we bring light to those around us. So with that being said, I do want to thank you guys for joining me today. I pray that y'all stay blessed and continue to find the beauty in Jesus. Until next time. Bye, guys.